The reasons why the IMF is reaching out to political parties is clearly mentioned in the statement issued by its country representative yesterday. The IMF staff is meeting the leaders of these major political parties in order to seek their assurances of support for the key policies and objectives of the new standby arrangement program it has announced earlier this month for Pakistan. Staff level agreement was reached and signed earlier this month, but the executive board is yet to give its approval, which is expected on the 12th of this month. And I think that the IMF wants to seek the buy-in of all major political parties before the board meeting. Secondly, I think the elections are looming and are expected to be held in October or November, and there will be a new government by the end of November or early December in Pakistan. So IMF wants to ensure that whichever party wins these elections, the new elections, continues with the program and doesn't pause the reforms and policies that have been agreed under it. The IMF reaching out to political parties, yes, it's rare, but it's not unusual, and it is understandable in case of countries like Pakistan. If you remember, the IMF had reached out to PTI and other parties even last year when Mufti Ismail was the finance minister and was negotiating resumption of the extended fund facility. The program just ended with the IMF staff. Even at that time, the IMF had reached out to PTI and probably a few other major political parties to seek their buy-in. So it's rare, but it's not unusual. I think there are a couple of reasons why the IMF is looking for a buy-in of all major political parties in the before its board approves the new standby arrangement program for Pakistan. The number one is that elections are expected for the next several months, and a new government is likely to be in place by the end of this year. So IMF wants the continuity of this program even under the new administration. So they want to ensure that all political parties and all major political leaders are on board. Secondly, the previous program that ended on June 30th, that was disrupted for so many times that it created a large trust gap between Pakistan and IMF. And now the IMF doesn't want its the reforms agenda to be discontinued or disrupted or paused for even for a few months. So it wants all political parties to be to evolve a consensus on the key policies and objectives of this program.